Hi, Rafał.
Hi, hello. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, today I would like to talk about your piece, Judge Me Again. And the first question is, can you just give me a little bit background? Who commissioned, when it was written, for whom?
Yeah, the piece exists in several versions for different wind instruments, but the flute version was commissioned for the hashtag ensemble, and especially for flutist there, Ania Karpowicz, who is she's played this piece on the video that you published on your YouTube blog. And this version is composed for her, and it was written for the special occasion for the series of two concerts in States. First was in Karma, Stanford, and the second one was in St. Matt Institute in Berkeley, where I led my Fulbright residency in 2021, I think. Yeah, so this was the occasion that we organized two concerts there, and I made the flute version for these concerts for Ania Karpowicz. So this was like, yeah, institutional background for the piece.
And what is the main concept of the piece?
Yeah, this is a very, very special piece for me because it represents very good my attempts to do participatory strategies in music, in concert music, in contemporary music, and this piece, Judge Me Again, is dedicated to the issue of crossing, of violating privacy, sometimes from small small judgments, small remarks, small verbal assessments, to touching comments, to severe physical abuse sometimes. The Me Too campaign was the trigger of this piece, I think, as I remember. But the culture of crossing borders is broader thing, I think. So the piece is shortly about growing stronger, gaining power of the performer, of the person that is of the flutist, of the person who's playing the piece. We can see her firstly in her delicate, tiny, let's say weak musical world. She's on the knees, on the floor. She's playing only mouthpiece, very delicate, esoteric sounds with small electronics, and she's cozy in her musical world. And suddenly, someone from the public needs to make a judgment and decide that, okay, it's enough. We want to go further in the piece. We want to move it. So we bored maybe, or we tired, or we don't like it, or we like it but we interested. Anyway, what is important that someone from the public needs to make this decision, make this judgment, and then he or she needs to approach to her and touch her physically. So there's a breaking of this barrier, physical barrier between performer and the audience, which is hard part for both parts always, but it's a very meaningful moment. It's this moment of violation, small violation, something like this. So after this trigger, the flute is changing way of playing. She's getting musically angry for several seconds, and then one cycle ends. So the piece is consists of many cycles like this, but every cycle makes the performance stronger and stronger, which means that she's changing the music is changing firstly. So she's playing more loud, more dense, diverse musical textures. Electronic is changing, is getting stronger, helps her, and she's changing the performative working. She's firstly on the floor. She's then sitting on the chair, and after that she's standing on the chair. She's standing above the audience. She's like higher, and she overcome this role of the victim. So this is the main concept. Yeah. So I described whole the piece. There's no need to listen it now.
Good. Now I have a question, right? So I have two questions. First, do you make some instruction audience, or how I know when I need to stand up, and who needs to stand up, or how it works, how you actually activate this audience? And
yeah, there's it's a technical problem that we are solving it in different ways. We're checking different ways. Sometimes we're just explaining people that when you want the piece to move on, you need to approach to her and touch her. Sometimes we don't explain it, especially in less concert situation, more like sound art situation, or a theatrical situation. Then we are not explaining it, but I'm the first person who is doing this first time. So the audience can see how it works. Yeah. They can understand. It takes time. We are waiting. But this, that's the clue of this piece. They need to understand it, and they need to feel encouraged to come and do this also. So.
And second question regarding this is, right, if I correctly understand, right? So she's playing. It's let's say she's playing in some kind of, let's say, one speed, and she's continuously playing. And if I'm the audience board, I can go and interact and to get to next level. But
yeah,
she has the rights to respond as well. Do you have I don't know? I am touching her, and she is saying she has some variations to go on that direction or that direction, or she can go only in one, only up.
Yeah, it's a great question, because in the first concept there was one answer. There was an answer written in a score. Like this angriness was written in a score, quite strictly. But I assume that this touching gesture is kind of judgmental, not good. But some of clever members of the public very often understand that it that does not have to be like this. So sometimes they come and hug her or do some nice thing for her. And it was firstly confusion for us, because it breaks my idea, and then we decide to change something in the piece, that she has the opportunity to answer more nicely, musically,
Yeah, so that she
in
has
different dynamics, the same material but different dynamics, different attitude, in this.
So it's dependent as well as how she perceives my touch. If my touch is she likes, she plays the material in one way, and if she is angry with my touch, she plays in different way. Correctly, I understood.
Yes. Now that works this way. Yeah.
And maybe you have some main message which you want to communicate with that piece.
Yes, I think it's kind of obvious maybe that that we feel touched, we feel we feel a victim sometimes, many times, especially we artists. We are judged every day, every time we are public something. So we still are experiencing this. So the message is that it could makes us stronger. It could, it's not a dramatic problem. We can take a power from this and learn, and we need to do this actually to be in the society. To especially it's I think good message for young people when they experience it first times. So I think it's very important to them, I think.
Got it. And how long it took place? How long it took the whole process of creating the piece?
Of creating, or how long is the piece?
Creating.
Creating. In my case, creating pieces is always a process. So which involves not only like writing a score, but also every next concert is a process of improving something. So I'm still changing my scores. So it's not easy to say.
Till premiere, right? Till the first time of showing.
I don't remember. I have written this piece have been reading this piece like 2 months, I think.
Good.
Yeah, but we were testing some things, and as I said, every next presenting was it was changing something. So and it's still going this way. You asked me about this reaction of the flutist. So this was last change in the piece that we introduced some possibilities to answer her in nicely way also, not so aggressive,
And when you did it, you said 2 months, right, until the first, right? And now you're just collecting feedback and improving, fine-tuning. But in the like those 2 months, do you remember what kind of stages you go through, how you started, what you did next, and
you mean musically, technically, right?
Starting from idea, maybe, right? Idea research.
For sure, at the core was the idea. It is always like this in my case. So I always start with the concept, with the like non-musical, like relational idea. So this is how I compose things, and so here I know this idea of overcoming the situation of the victim at first. So and then I thought how to show it in the not only with the music but with whole the performance. So that's why it is not only like musical language where we see this improvement of this persona of this person, but that's why there is this participatory aspect, this interactive aspect of touching, which is crucial for the idea. It's not musical, but for me it is musical actually. Every like performative gestures are part of the composition for me. So this is like a next layer to compose as like dynamics or rhythm or something. So that I treat it this way. Yes. So this was the second moment. This interactive part, and electronics finally, which is very special here in this piece. Maybe I say some words about this because it's a live electronics made live from preparing the flute sound, which goes directly to the computer, to Max MSP, and is processed there, and as an effect we hear a very special musical layer, because I put there like kind of like animal or nature type sounds. So she is a person like not only human, like non-human person, maybe something like hybrid of the something between. I think about her like a person from mangas, from Japanese manga or something like that. So I try to create this like special type of musical person, and electronics helps me to do this, and electronics helps me to, again, to show this improvement, to show this gaining power, and so the electronics is much bigger and bigger, until there's some noise, like very drone like heavy structures at the end.
Got it. And sensorial, right? So from me as a watcher, or a listener or participant, or as audience, right? So one thing, right, is what I hear, right? There is some kind of that, and then is a touch. What else? Maybe there is a videos, or how else? What else are what senses or material was used for me to get this, to create experience?
As I said, that there's no video there, you know. That so we have a sound, we have electronic sound, we have this performative aspect, and that's it. I think that like huge part of our aesthetic experience during this piece is happening in our decision mindset, in our imagination. That's important, and I feel that I'm compose it. You know, it's also composing the public is also a part of like participatory strategy for me. That's why, yeah. That's the next medium, you know. That's the next medium for me always, you know. In this piece and in different pieces where I sometimes create like mobile consoles for the audience, dedicated for the special for the piece, which is they are always connected with the score, with the idea of the piece. So this interactive layer is like very important for me. Sometimes it's just answering the questions from the scene. Sometimes it's chanting together with the performance, and playing together, like, yeah, creating the musical layers together with the audience. So I'm testing different strategies of participatory aspect. I think generally it's an important thing for me. You know, I think that we need to, maybe not we. I'm looking for some kind of like new musical rituals, rather than this old school concert situation, which I see like a politically old, obsolete, not actual, where we have like public, when we have performance on the scene and public sitting after the barrier, and we're not connected, and we like buying something or selling something, we selling like entertainment or prestige or something like this. It's old, I think, and we need to. I'm trying to change it in my pieces. That's why participatory strategies, you know.
Got it. Got it. And regarding this one moment which you said, right? Here is this piece is very important from interactive point of view, right? And not everybody, right, sits and stands up. And have you observed, or what kind of experience you have? Because as I understand, I have never seen it, right, in the live.
Yes.
As I imagine, it's very huge difference is that then somebody stands up, in my perception or in my cognition, and I understand this trigger next stage, right? This is some kind of part of experience which the piece communicates to me, or at least wants to create this experience that it's different than it goes line in line, but somebody of me triggered next I don't know, next section, right?
Yeah, but the question was what?
Is it some kind of different experience from audience to being an audience? Let's say I'm in audience and just it goes next section, or somebody stands up and he actually trigger next section in that way, and everybody I hope I understand. Maybe in the first stage you show, but in the second and third stage, we have cognitions that if somebody will touch us, so we will be one. Let's say, we will be on next part, right? Is it somehow changed perception?
For the audience members?
Yes.
I think, and I observed that for sure, that they firstly much more focused on this, what is happening on the stage, because maybe they will have to do some decision. Secondly, they are at first they don't know what is happening, you know. I describe this here like my ideology and after this piece, and you know I show it very clearly, but during the concert there's not such explanation so strict, so they don't know what is happening. They are in kind of play, you know, so they don't know why they're not sure what will happen after this gesture. Again, they afraid to do this a little bit, but they are curious, you know, and some of them different social perspectives, because some of them like this control. Like in Yoko Ono's piece, cut piece, you know, which is a little bit dangerous. So I think this aspect is very important of the piece. Maybe the main one. I think I don't know. I hope they listen to the music also, but for sure this is the most important experience they remember after the piece.
Can you imagine the same piece but without this touching, standing, or
yes, that is great question. I don't think the piece then is full, is complete with this. I think this interactive part is the core, is the crucial aspect. But I met this problem during recording the piece for the CD, which was launched in April for Kairos, with 5 participator pieces, by the way. The Judge Me Again was one of this, and we need to record it, and we lose this interactive aspect. So I write it in the description of the piece that full experience of this piece is possible only during the concert, but I made some small trick on the recording that this moment of touching, I put some percussion instrument there, which cuts the narration of the part of the piece and is changing something like symbolically only, but it's not the same. It's not the same, and it is always this problem with participator pieces. In different ones, I had the same problem. That's why I like publish a CD, but I create a website for the pieces that someone can see it in front of the computer and try to understand how the interaction should work. To have a good impression of the wholeness of the pieces, but they are composed for experiencing it live.
Got it.
The 100% concept.
Got it. And you said, right, if I correctly understand, there is 6 parts, right? So in the piece.
More. There's I think 12, 11 or 12. There's yeah.
Are there some dramaturgy between those? How the piece should evolve?
As I said, yeah. The form of the piece is organized, as I said, with the cycles, as I described, like playing, cause a thing, touching, and then angry reaction. It's a one cycle, and there's like 12 of these cycles, 11 or 12, because the last one is just an outro. But the overall dynamics is growing and improving. So this is the dramaturgy is just growing up, So this is kind of simple strategy,
And I understand, and becoming part by part more noisy, yes.
More noisy, more stronger. At first, it's not more noisy. It's more diverse, more stronger. She's changing instruments. First, she's playing on a mouthpiece of the flute only. Then she is changing for the regular flute. And after that, at the end, for the 3 or 4 last parts, she's changing for tenor recorder, which is lower instrument, a little bit stronger. So she only when we talk about instrumentation, it also improves this building up of her power.
Right. And how collaboration with her, how it shaped the piece?
Say again, sorry.
So you collaborate, right? The piece was written for particular performer. How collaboration with her somehow shaped or influenced?
At first I have written a score, but the score is like half and half written and half open for improvisation, a little bit improvisation based on my some notes and some instructions. So in the score level, there's working together with the performer. Firstly, we need to meet many times, and we need to talk about final version of like musical layer. But there's whole talk about like theatrical performative behavior on the scene, and here Anya was really great and like beneficial for the piece. He understood it very good, and she actually proposed many aspects, how she looks there, how she reacts, how she many these performative aspects were created together.
Good. I understand. And the last question, what would be your suggestions, like 3 suggestions to composers who would like to start engaging audience in their pieces but have never done it before, right? What would you suggest to them?
I think there would be this interaction layer, this interaction performative aspect shouldn't be technical only. It has to be meaningful. It has to because it's easy to imagine that you are just giving an audience some triggers, some simple technical means, and they are just changing like with the pilot structure of the piece, something like this. Actually, at first I did two pieces like this, and I think it's it's not the point, because it's changed. The introduction of this collaboration with the audience needs to be meaningful, needs to be connected with the idea of the piece, needs to needs to be just connected, needs to be like, as I said, composition part, part of the composer's work. So we need to compose this in a meaningful way. So I think this is my advice.
Thank you very much, Rafał.
Thanks a lot.